So what's the vibe? So what's the vibe?
So welcome
Thank you.
Thank you for
to
having
So
us.
What's the Vibe?
Amazing.
We are more than a podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
So today we are here with my co-host Esther B in the house.
Hey
Yes.
guys. So today on
Yes.
What's the Vibe, we are welcoming two visionary Montrealers who have turned their love for food, culture, and community into one of the city's most anticipated culinary events. Joudi,
Yes.
right, and Shant are the co-founders and co-directors of LES Foodies Festival, a vibrant celebration of multicultural cuisine, local talent, and meaningful connections. With backgrounds in wellness, health food, and event production, they've created more than just a food festival. They've built a platform for emerging and established chefs, artisans, and creatives to shine. Let's dive into their journey, the magic behind the festival, and see what's cooking for 2025. Welcome, guys.
That's
I love
such a
it.
nice
I
intro.
love it. That was so
Yeah,
nice.
oh, my
I can hear you
pleasure.
all day.
Oh,
that
that-
voice.
I
I'm
know,
available.
right?
There's an hourly rate.
Available.
We'll do it.
There's day, weekend rates.
Yes,
We'll-
absolutely.
I
We'll,
love
talk,
that
we'll
intro,
talk
yeah.
after.
And what about the after hours rates?
Oh, that's that's double. That's double. Absolutely.
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
So,
Jokes.
how did you guys decide to work together? Like, how did that all come about?
I mean, I would have to say that the way we met was quite miraculous. We didn't even meet in Montreal.
Oh, that's cool.
We met in Abu Dhabi.
Oh my God, that's unexpected.
Yeah. And it was right like during COVID or when we're coming out of it. I got laid off my job, as many
Okay.
people did. And I watched the movie Eat, Pray, Love.
Right. I love
And
that
I'm
film.
like, if I'm going to go anywhere, I'm going to travel. I'm going to eat. And,
And love.
well,
And ironically, one of the vendors that's coming to our event has
Oh,
a
yes.
product called Eat Love.
No
Oh,
way.
wow.
Yes.
Vegan like buttercup, peanut cups.
I love
Ooh,
vegan stuff.
yummy.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
so delicious. Yeah.
so good. So then actually we didn't have anything planned to do at the time. Like we
Okay.
just met up once. And when we came to Montreal, I bumped into him at Fairview. Then I bumped into him at the Ritz at his sister's event. And then I'm like,
So
okay.
what happened?
Destiny was calling you.
Yeah, what happened was my sister told me that there's someone from her circle visiting the city,
Okay.
and to show around because I was raised there. It's my city. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And I met her, and it was very refreshing. She was lovely, very nice, great conversationalist. So we just had there was no intention of doing business together, nothing. Just meet, show around, and that was it. We met once, and when we got back, when we really connected was at the Ritz Carlton Grand Prix party, which my sister organizes. I don't know if I mentioned that to you, Esther.
I've been to it. I was at the last one. And your sister is?
Maddie K.
Of course.
Yes.
She's so well known in the city.
Yeah,
She's
she
an
is.
amazing event
Yeah,
planner.
she
Yeah,
is.
oh my God, the last
What
one
a
was
small
amazing.
world.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
a lovely spirit too. So.
Aw.
Yes, she's so
So,
sweet.
so she, we met there. I was helping her out with some stuff, and then Joudi came doing the back behind the scenes for social
Okay.
media,
Social media.
Cool.
and we started chatting, and from there, it kind of slowly got into
And then I told
different
Shant,
businesses.
I was opening up, right? Because at this point, I'm like, well, what's my next thing? What do I do?
Right.
Do I apply? Do
Like
I
she
this?
said, "What's the vibe?"
I'm like, what's the vibe now? What's my store?
That's
Where
what
do I go
everybody
from
says.
here?
So what's the vibe?
What's
What's
the
going
vibe?
on? What's the vibe?
And we got an opportunity to work together, and I opened up to him because I come from a background of health food, supplements, holistic world. And I know that Quebec has always been a bit more challenging when you compare it to
Yes.
business and purchase behavior and everything.
Right.
But also during COVID, my way of being sane was creating recipes online. I'm
that's
home
cool.
alone. What am I going to do?
Exactly.
right?
A lot of people were doing that. I
I'm like, let
remember
me
that.
cook for somebody online. And then I
And you cook for
realized-
yourself.
I did. And I
Very
did
selfless. Very selfless.
Very,
She
very.
let me cook for someone. Me.
No, I did self-love, guys. No, but I did also share a lot with my friends. And then, I'm putting two and two together. I'm like, you know what? How come there's a lot of division, like this niche and that niche? And then, I started to brainstorm all the things that we can do. And Shant comes from a background of promotion. He's a great listener. He knows how to extract all our long stories as women when we're
Keep
like
it coming.
opening up.
Keep it coming. Keep it
Like,
coming.
yeah,
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
see that. A lot of patience. Yeah.
And then I told him, and he's like, let's do a food festival where it brings all the worlds of soul food and health food together.
It wasn't, by the way, she's very nice. She made it sound very simple. But
Right.
what happened is she's like, I want to do an event. And she was doing an event with someone else prior to that.
Right.
Yes.
And I told her, I've done many events because I used to be in the nightlife business, promotions and event planning,
Right.
but for nightly events.
Mhm.
And I told her, it's hard. Like it's not that simple. And so it required her to convince me a bit to get into it. And then
Yeah.
some of the interactions we had, it was as if God was telling us, go this direction, because all of a sudden we got a huge sponsor. And we weren't even trying, guys. Like sometimes
Yes,
you're
it just
trying,
comes
trying.
yours.
All of a
Yeah,
sudden this
it's
person
just
was, hey,
meant to be.
here's this sum of money. And it was a pretty big sum of money. And I'm like, okay, maybe there's something here. Let's explore this option more. And it started off because she wanted to do like health.
And
Food
wellness.
and wellness.
Yeah.
I like to grow the idea of balance.
Yes.
And yes, it was hard to convince him because he's like, it's not his niche. He doesn't come from that background. And I'm just like, well, I want to create something also for these startups that started during the pandemic. One of my friends, Mimi from Seed Me, I met her through Instagram when I'm doing all these recipes. She's like, hey, do you want to try my squares? Turns out she was living right next to me in the building.
You're
Wow.
kidding.
And because she was waiting for her house to get renovated, I started to go for walks outside because that was allowed before
That's
8
right.
p.m.
My
And now
gosh.
she's well established and growing.
Side note,
Amazing.
this story doesn't end there. So this happened right during COVID. So when we started working together, she goes, "Oh, I want to introduce you to someone. She's amazing. Her name's Mireille. You'll see, you'll click." So we met. She brought me in. We met, and as soon as I saw her, she goes, "Shant, you used to do parties and nightlife. You used to get me on the guest list." I'm like, "Oh my God, what a small world!" And so it happens to know that I know her as well. So she met her, I met her, and then we're talking about food, health food. I mean,
When the
if
stars align,
Exactly. It was
align.
kismet. Absolutely.
you can't plan it out better.
Yeah. And we
Get
were
it?
very grateful to work with also Les Marchés Tôt.
oh yes, I love them.
So I started in the industry with them,
Amazing.
grew, and they remained family. And so they believed in us. And then, like you said, we got Pro Bites on board. Things, the first year, then the second year. And now we're here. We're like at World Gym. And World Gym is one of our sponsors.
Yeah, that's
and we've got a lot of
amazing.
recurring. So
But it's been tough.
Yeah,
It's
it's been
not an
tough.
easy road. I'll
No,
tell you
I'm
guys
sure.
honestly.
I can imagine.
I'm
You know,
sure.
there's a lot of glamour on the thing, but there's a lot of hustle, trying to talk to people, get people's attention, and it's a lot of work, exhausting.
yeah.
Absolutely.
But we're hoping that as time goes on, it's worth it for everyone, because our goal is to make sure that everyone that's entrusted us with their brand at the event is satisfied. They get what they paid for. They get
Exactly.
what they're able to connect with people. Esther, people like you, Katya.
Yes.
Influencers, people that can help them push their brand forward.
Mhm.
So that's our goal. Financial profit is obviously everyone's interested in, but it's secondary,
I
if not
totally
even third,
understand.
right?
Yeah.
So it's the satisfaction we get helping people.
Well, that's amazing. So I know that last year you had 70 vendors. This year it's 150 vendors. So it's definitely growing. Your venue is different this year as well. Tell us about your new venue. And
So we decided, so the past 2 years we've done it in Laval.
yes,
And coming out of this with, these markets that are being trendy, we're like, let's start there and connect with more families, get something for them. We did that for 2 years. And then we're like, well, there's way more people that are into this. And we want it to almost be like a roadshow. So we're like, let's bring it downtown. We happen to go for another event at the Grand Quai. We walk in and it's like this beautiful natural lighting of all windows, spacious. I mean, we just saw that, when you spread your wings to fly, you're like not limited by space. So we chose it to be there. Shant had an idea for it to be 2 days. I'm like, okay, that means double the work.
oh, it was only one day
Sure.
before? Is
Yes.
that the other 2 years? Oh, I
The
didn't
other-
realize that. Okay.
It wasn't just my idea. We discussed it and we said, let's open it up to 2 days, because there are vendors that the past 2 years didn't participate because it was just one day.
Oh,
They're like, it's
okay.
just
Yeah.
one day, the hassle of putting it up, setting it
That's
up.
right.
So we said,
It's a
okay,
lot of
let's
work.
try to execute 2 days. It is a challenge.
Yeah.
this is our first year getting it done for 2 days. So we
Yeah.
are working tirelessly to make it impactful. But if it's going to work anywhere on the first shot, it would be at the Grand Quay, because in the Old Port, people are walking.
That's true.
Exactly.
People are walking. So we're going to have people flagging others down, saying there's a foodies festival happening at the Grand Quay. Come on in, enjoy explore different brands. It's an adventure.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not
It's
just
a
about
perfect
food.
spot.
It is, because what do we do in Montreal, guys? Honestly,
We eat.
we don't do
Yeah.
anything.
That's all we do. Is
That's all we
We
do.
eat.
We just
We're
love to
known
eat.
for our restaurants. We are. We are
Yes.
definitely foodies by nature.
Yeah.
Very akin to like New York, for example. There's very few restaurants that are not good here.
Yes.
Yes.
the
So
It's true.
yeah,
It's the
yeah,
reverse. It's
yeah,
true.
exactly. So yeah, I totally get it, and it was very well needed because it never existed before. Why didn't we have a foodie festival before? Like, this is a fantastic idea, and
Thank you.
the vendors that you have, are they all restaurants? Are they brands? Tell us a bit about the type of vendors that you have at the event.
You want to go ahead?
Sure. Okay. So we're very happy that this year it's a very diverse cuisine range. Let's
Okay.
say. So we do have restaurants. We do have a lot of caterers. And this is
Oh,
what I
cool.
love this year, because these are private chefs. They do it out of passion. They have their different, styles and touches and flavors. And they don't get to showcase this very often, right?
That's
Because
true.
they don't have a storefront. We also have some food products. We also have holistic. So I'm glad to see
Oh, yay.
more of the natural products participating.
Right.
And
Yeah,
we do
the-
have a small section for non-food as well.
The
Small
g-
section.
the goal of the event was to bring in all sorts of consumables. Anything you can consume, bring them under one roof. So if it's a restaurant, cooked food, yes. If it's packaged products, beverages, energy drinks,
You're gonna
protein
have
bars.
food trucks also there.
Yes.
Yes,
Amazing.
we have some food trucks, and we even have, like, let's say, a setup on the outside, like a barbecue setup. It's not a truck, but it's a barbecue
It's like
setup.
the truck.
Exactly,
Oh,
the
amazing.
truck.
Yeah, exactly.
because the space is very nice. You've got a huge space inside, and on the side of it, there's like a little terrace style.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, and the doors open up from the inside. So as you go in, you start seeing the outside. You see the water. It's a lovely venue. It's very big. So we are very nervous to make sure it's packed.
Mhm.
Because even if you have 2,000 people in there, it looks like it's not packed.
Yeah.
True.
You
I get
know,
it.
so you want to make sure it's successful, and that's what we're working on. That's what-
And
yeah.
and our mission is, we do want to make Montreal this official title of foodies. A lot of people don't even know what foodies is. And the reason behind the name also Les Foodies Festival is because a foodie, we believe, could be a very international.
Yeah,
Term,
because there's so
term.
many
Yeah.
different nationalities here. Italian food, Greek
Exactly.
food,
Yeah,
Middle
that's
Eastern
true.
food.
We're very
And-
multicultural here
Yes,
as well, so that it
very.
reflects in our food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not just multicultural, but also every cuisine has topped their game, like up their game. Because if I go to, let's say, Calgary, and I've been to Calgary, I had the Chinese food there.
Right.
It wasn't as nice as the Chinese food I have here.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I got Middle Eastern cuisine and Vancouver, it's not as nice as here. I'm not saying there aren't good cuisines there. I'm just saying anywhere you go, you can bank on the fact that it's gonna be flavorful
Yes.
here, and if it's not, it closes down. So
I don't know. I hear you. What has been the most challenging part of arranging this festival?
In all honesty,
Please. That's what we want here. Honesty.
no, lie
But-
to them.
Yeah. So tell me.
In all honesty, they say as soon as someone says "in all honesty,"
that's
a lie is about to come out.
that's not true. It doesn't apply with me.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's because it's not all glamorous.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
It's these companies need guidance and
Yeah.
coaching on how to level up. And when when you believe in someone but they just don't believe in themselves
Yeah.
to that point, so then money becomes like an issue
A
that
stumbling block.
yes, it holds you back. And we're like, when you invest in yourself, when you invest in your brand, you got to do it this way. We've done it. I've seen it. We've guided. We've coached. So sharing that vision with them to do the step is the hardest part for us, because we're no longer wearing just hats of event planners or coordinating this with food influencers. It's more like, first I need to speak with you, understand where is your business at, then we do a business review, Then I see what's your goal. How are we gonna do it? And then we see how we can incorporate you being present at a festival, which is a marketing festival, and you can sell at. And then it comes up to the
She's right because while during our sales meeting
Mm-hmm.
or consultation, we don't even talk about the space, the pricing. We talk about the strategies that they can do at these kind of shows, whether it's ours or someone else's, where they can maximize the return, whether it be sales
Right.
or increase in Instagram followers or whatever. So we're doing that. And that's been hard because sometimes the people we speak with, and this happens, they're not at that level, or they're not. Their mindset is not there. It's about, okay, this is how much it costs. Am I making money?
yes.
Well, this event is not just about making money. It's more than that. It's about connecting with a lot of
Yes.
influencers.
Yeah, that's
Great.
important.
We've got great partners, influencers that come attend. They take time out of their day to come and attend the event, take footage, connect with business owners. So you want to be there, not just as
Collaborate.
exactly.
And also collaborate, you want to, oh, is someone else selling this? Because if they are, then I'm not going to join it. They've got their clientele, you've got your style, you'll get your clientele. And we're very much about collaboration. We work with many marketing agencies, and we want to share that energy, because it seems almost like people are tapping too much into the competition, like you're my competition.
I feel like it's like a networking event at the same time, more than anything.
Exactly.
In the people for
Definitely
the people
is.
that are in the same business as you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is. It is. It started off as a consumer show. You nailed it, by the way. That's
Yeah.
exactly what we say. It started off as a consumer show, and it kind of evolved into a networking where influencers come in, business
Where you
owners
get a
come.
little bit more than just networking. You have your storefront as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And another angle of it is that there are some business owners who are creating delicious, amazing products, but they don't know how to sell.
Yeah.
They don't have the personality
Nobody
to
knows
sell.
where they are. How do you find them?
Exactly. So, and the expression they say, the most important thing is when you open your mouth, you introduce yourself to the world. So
Yes.
you want to make sure that communication is there. And they might not have those skills. So we try to educate. We try to not educate. Not educate is a strong word,
You
but
coach.
coach. Thank you,
Yeah.
coach.
You guys are coaches.
Yeah.
I'm listening to the both of you. I'm
Yeah.
going, my goodness, they coach businesses
Yes.
to, help market themselves and
To the
get
point where
seen.
we've forgotten ourselves. And
Yeah.
we're focused on that. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's the power also of social media.
It is. It is. Social media is fantastic.
Yeah.
When I was doing events back in 2002, 2003, when I was doing parties, there was no social media.
Exactly.
As soon as I'd meet someone on the street, you'd have 10 seconds to break through and learn
Yeah.
about their personality and be memorable enough for me to call their phone.
Yes.
And they're like, who's this?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's Shant we met. Oh, yeah. Can you come to the party? It's going to be amazing. So that kind of technique and linguistic skills to attract people, Judy's got it innately, and so you have to kind of instill that into the vendors.
It's true because you have to adapt. Things
have
have
to adapt.
changed. It's not like
Yes.
that anymore. You can't hustle people in the street anymore.
No, it's
No.
now it's through
Now you go
social-
live and you
And
just
you
try to
just-
catch everybody's attention.
let them come to you.
Yes.
Then you can
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what kind of advice would you give to someone who's breaking into the food industry? Like as coaches, because you definitely both are.
I would have to say that first develop a delicious product, because food is all about the flavor. That is the hook. Because you can have a also very not, like they say, a hole in the wall. I found a hole in the wall restaurant. You
Yes.
got to go there.
Yeah.
You'll drive. We Montrealers, we will drive far
Yes.
for something really good if we're craving it.
Exactly.
So
Absolutely.
if you have that as a hook, all the rest, the design, the packaging, the branding, that will come. But do get the right people on board to help
Yeah.
you get there, and don't be afraid to spend the money.
I was the second part of this. I was gonna say I agree with her. My advice would be, if you can't do it well, hire the people who can.
Yes.
And pay them.
Yeah, I agree.
You
And
pay.
you see that in
get
other
what you-
businesses as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
very, it's very
Yes, we
much.
do. No life,
Very
guys.
much,
No life.
Yeah, that's which is
So that would be
difficult
my
for a lot
advice.
So
of
the
people.
food is what, anywhere from like meat, like cheese stuff, vegan, like any.
There's vegan, there's gluten free, there's restaurants,
Yeah. Because
caterers.
vegan now is like very
Yeah.
much trending.
It is.
It
Yeah.
wasn't like, I don't know, maybe 5-10 years ago.
We
There's a
have-
rise.
We have actually a participant. They were called Veggie Cubes before, but they recently rebranded,
Amazing.
and they're called Chica. And they
Okay.
have these vegan meat substitutes. I believe they're made
Wow.
from cashews and peanuts.
Amazing.
You can make tacos with it. They always, I encourage you when you guys are going to come, right, to the Foodies,
Absolutely.
Of course.
to try them out. They're so delicious. So we do have a lot of gluten-free and vegan
That's amazing
options.
because there's so many like intolerances. Like
Yes.
my son's allergic to eggs, so
Oh.
I'm very much into vegan stuff.
Absolutely.
Like
yeah.
Hellman's even has a vegan mayonnaise, tastes like exactly
avocado, the avocado one.
like no, that
Another
there's
one?
eggs in there. It's
Oh, is
called
there?
vegan. It like tastes like real mayo. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old's your son?
He's 8, sorry. My
8,
daughter's 5.
okay,
He's 8.
okay.
Yeah.
God
So I'm
bless,
very
that's-
much into the vegan stuff.
Yes. Well, we can have lots of chats about
Yes.
that. I love it.
And as we grow older, we do have intolerances that we develop.
Oh,
And I
yes.
became lactose intolerant. So I'm always like searching in the aisles, like, okay, what do I
Yes.
like? I want a good yogurt, but oh my, there's like one brand that I have found so
It's
far.
Liberty.
Really?
That's
Yeah,
the one I
yeah,
get.
that's
The
it.
low
Yeah.
You know,
lactose
it's
one.
it's more common now because
Yes, it
whenever
is.
whenever we have whenever we're operating the juice bar, we have staff. When the clients come, they say, "What kind of milk do you guys
Right.
do
Yes.
for the
Yeah,
shakes?"
yeah.
We don't even offer regular milk now. We just do almond milk.
Yes.
That's the regular one. They're like, "Oh, great, that's amazing."
Yeah.
Because there's so many people that are
True.
Yeah,
either they don't
yeah.
want to have lactose or lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
So we've got the almond milk as
Smart
staple.
that you guys adapt. The people who adapt are smart.
Yeah, 100%.
I'd like to think so about
You do
myself.
because
Yeah.
then you limit yourself to a certain clientele, right?
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
You know, you need to open up, even if
Yeah.
you don't personally like it. You gotta be of service.
I always ask for almond milk, so
Yeah, there you
I
go.
actually drink oat milk, so.
We have
I
that
like
too.
oat
Yeah.
milk.
Oh, really?
See?
We have that too.
Vanilla.
they got it
Vanilla.
all.
Both of you.
We have oat milk. We have unsweetened, and then we
Yeah,
use
the
the oat
sweet-
milk with the coffees because
Right,
it's
right.
yeah, somewhat meshes a bit better.
But I'm
Yeah, yeah.
curious. Have you tried kefir yogurt?
No.
I've seen that at Adonis,
have
but I
not.
don't know what
Guys,
it is.
I'm
I
gonna
never
tell
bought
you,
it. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
We want a brand deal, by the way. I'm just.
I have a company in mind.
Yes.
I really like them. I will give them a shout out because they were extremely welcoming. They're MC Dairy.
Which means.
MC
Uh,
Hammer.
No.
MC
No, that's their
The
brand.
new DJ.
It's
Their
called
brand.
MC
Their
Dairy,
brand is
yeah.
MC Dairy.
Okay.
And
Did not know that.
we had the opportunity to go to their facility, and you can find them, by the way, at Costco.
What's so special about
Kefir is fermented with certain grains,
Okay.
and the cool thing about this company that I discovered is that they have Jersey yogurt.
Okay.
So Jersey yogurt comes from the smaller cow that's brown.
Okay.
They call them jerseys.
Right.
Yeah, they call it
Yes,
Jersey.
So
that's
the-
right. I've
but
heard
it's
of that.
milk,
yeah.
right?
Well, it's milk that they fermented,
Okay.
and I believe they use these particular grains to ferment the dairy product. And it's much more richer in probiotics, and it's much more bioavailable in the body. Because your traditional yogurt has a lot of gums, and sometimes we think that maybe we're having a lactose intolerance,
Yeah.
but actually it's to these additives that they're adding to create that texture in the yogurt is what we are reacting to.
That's so
And we're intolerant to-
fascinating.
Is it high in protein?
It is.
Oh,
it's
interesting.
It's
very
actually
high.
very high in protein.
Actually, I didn't leave today until I had it. And I think for about half a cup.
Is
I
it
think-
thick or it's like the yup, like the watery?
No, it is nice and creamy.
Oh,
It
interesting.
has a beautiful
Wow.
layer of like a creamy,
Okay.
thick.
Sounds
buttery
We're
amazing.
gonna
top.
try.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
I think they will start selling it at
And we
Kim
we, we met this particular brand. We met the lady there at the Cial conference show in Toronto,
Okay.
Yeah.
and her name is Marissa.
Yes.
She was so sweet but so good at what she did. We were so impressed, and then she invited us to take a tour at the facility.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And I
Yeah.
fell in love with the brand. I mean, they have so many things. Different types of milks. They also have organic. Organic will also play a role.
sheep milk,
Goat.
goat and sheep as well.
The sheep?
Yeah, sheep.
I
Yeah,
remember goat.
sheep as well.
It's nice to learn also a little bit about
Yes.
that because
A
I don't really
1000%.
know
And
the
that's-
difference.
and-
I see it, but I never had, the audacity to actually grab and buy it and try it.
Oh, I'm gonna send you a picture of
I
it.
want to
Okay.
tell you guys before I
had
met
some, I'd bring
Joudi.
you.
Before I met Joudi, my category was food. Then she added health to it.
Okay.
So it became health food.
Right.
Because I had no idea about the healthy food. I don't care. I just as
What
long
is
as
your
it's-
favorite type of food? I'm gonna ask you
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
What do
That's
you?
what
What's
we'd like
Okay,
to know.
I've got two that's on I love all types of food, but two on even keel.
yeah?
Okay.
Indian cuisine.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Indian food.
I love Indian cuisine.
Amazing.
And obviously where I was raised, it's Middle Eastern cuisine.
Right,
Yes,
Arabic.
100% the
That,
roots.
I love those two cuisines.
Yeah.
Top notch, top, because they encompass everything. Protein, carbs, salads. I like that.
True.
That's my that's my.
What about you? Judy.
Guys, it's hard to choose.
Yeah.
Poutine, pizza, pasta.
I'm a
my
woman.
God.
I love it
My
all.
emotions control me.
I
and
totally
so,
get
like,
that. Emotional eating?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my vibe.
That's my vibe too. That's my vibe too. I mean, I really, really, really love tacos.
Oh, yes.
I love Mexican
Yeah.
cuisine.
Oh,
Yes,
Hey.
me too.
I
yeah.
love like the coriander, anything like
Oh
extra
yes,
coriander.
limey.
Yes.
Me too.
And
I
extra
love that.
sauce. Give me the sauce.
Love it.
Yummy.
I also love Indian, and I
Yeah.
do really appreciate Middle Eastern food.
Yeah, same here.
Oh.
You know,
I
that-
love
So
that.
basically,
So
your
complete.
response is copy to mine.
No,
I'm
you
kidding, I'm
didn't
kidding,
say
I'm
my
I
just-
think
skin.
the
It was
best
not
is
a
to open a
copy-paste
place
situation.
with a bunch of just
Little
tapas,
bit of
and you got a
everything.
table full of little bites that you can
Well, that's what the
tacos and
exhibition
middle-
is, right?
Yes.
It's tasting all different types of foods.
Yes.
Is there a vendor, and I know you shouldn't play favoritism, but is there a couple of vendors that you're more excited about than that's something new and different? And
I will say for myself, we have a company coming, and they're going to be selling paella.
oh
Ooh.
wow,
And so you mentioned that you developed an allergy,
Yes.
and your son has allergies.
Yes.
I developed an allergy to shrimp.
Oh.
So when I
Wow.
went to Spain, I'm like, okay, I need to stay away from shellfish. I can't have anything. Everything is paella, and everything has seafood in it. But he has, I believe, vegetarian and chicken.
Oh,
So I'm
sick.
like, yes,
Yummy.
I get to try paella for the first time.
Amazing.
yeah,
Yes,
that's
you?
fun.
I like all the vendors.
Of course,
Let's
I
keep
knew,
it at that.
I knew
This
that was
one. I
a
like-
strange
He's
question.
trying to get
but-
brownie points with you guys.
Do
No,
you
I
guys
like-
have
that's right.
poutine to represent Quebec also?
yeah, that's
or-
right.
That we don't
Is that
have
our
yet.
like provincial food that
think
we're
so.
known
It
for?
probably
Is that is it?
I don't think
poutine?
any of the
Julep.
vendors are doing
yeah.
poutine, but that's good. Now we're gonna.
But to another level, you know, add
Yes,
some
yes.
other things,
I
not
mean,
just
Spice
cheese.
Bros, I do believe that
Oh,
they
yeah.
have
Oh, yes.
chicken on a poutine.
They
with the
have
butter chicken
poutine.
sauce.
Yes.
That's a new thing.
I'm just not sure what their products will be. They're still deciding on what they're going to be sampling and selling at the
Got you.
event.
Yes.
But yes, they do have a poutine.
So
they,
what they give away little.
they sample and then they
Example,
sell.
you can buy a bigger plate.
Oh.
Also, at the Foodies Festival, you're going to be able to buy gift cards at a better rate.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's very
great.
smart.
We tell all the
Yeah.
vendors. We tell all the vendors bring gift cards. And sometimes
You
people
can
are
save.
full, right? There's a food festival.
Right.
Every food festival, vendors we speak with, they give us feedback at other food festivals that
course,
they've
yeah.
participated. They say there's so much food that people are too full.
True.
Unless you add alcohol in the mix, which we didn't.
Yeah.
We don't have alcohol at the event.
I was going to ask. Yeah.
Because if you add alcohol, then yeah, you're gonna keep eating. But we don't have that. So what we suggested to the vendors is to bring gift cards, and that was one of Judy's ideas. Amazing, at a reduced
you.
price. So let's
Represent.
say instead of $50, you buy the gift card at 35, you get a value of 50, and this will drive
That's
the traffic
brilliant.
Amazing.
I
to
love
the
that.
stores.
Of course.
Yes, even after. Because at the end of the day, we're not just doing an event just to have fun and obviously connect with people. It's great. But these are businesses that we want to support. So we're like,
Yeah.
we always, we want client retention. We want clients to return. We want foot traffic. So this is how we believe that we're able to bring new faces and get them to come to you throughout the year.
So are there still spaces available for vendors? At
Yeah.
this
There
point?
are.
Yeah.
It's a huge venue.
Okay.
Huge. So we
Amazing.
can absolutely open it up.
So how would you present it to someone to come into your festival to be a vendor?
You're putting me on this.
I'm sorry.
I use my charm.
I think first she needs to taste.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Once she tastes,
Absolutely.
then you can.
I would tell them if you have a unique product and you believe that this product is gonna really how should I put it's going to bring people
Need you wanting more.
need you wanting more
Yes.
and
your hero product. We always tell them, what is your hero product?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, the thing is that when someone's starting out, they're like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do that. Great. What are you great at? Not what you're good at. What are you great at? What is that one dish that makes people come and be like, oh, that was so good. I need more.
Yeah.
And so we have to guide them. So they finally choose.
just one
and then-
product. That's what
Just one.
Yeah.
so to connect with someone. That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to say. I got a bit of I forgot my train of thought there. But to connect with someone, you get one unique product, really work on it, and then connect with people. And if you want that, this is the best place to be. The Foodies Festival, best place.
But was your question like, how do we pitch it? Like
yeah,
if you
well,
were
just
a vendor.
curious, like, well, yeah, what you would
Okay.
to get someone to
So
come
if I
on
were to
board.
call, let's say ring ring.
ring, ring. Hello.
You know back in the
Let's
day.
role play.
You know back in the day they used to put a little R&B music.
Yeah,
or
that's
like,
right, yeah.
Judy on the phone right
I'm
now.
not her own right now. Leave me a message after
So
the
I got
beep.
this hot dog place, but the hot dogs are special
Yeah.
because they're different
you got
colors according to your mood. How do you suggest I put it out there? Like we got blue when I'm feeling blue,
And I got red when I'm feeling hot.
and that's right. So like I don't know, I need help and guidance, and I'm thinking about getting something at your
Yeah.
Hot dog
event.
stand.
Yeah,
Hot dog.
like a hot.
Come, I'll promote it for you. I could take a picture with it, Make
Tell us
some
the
money.
vibe, yeah.
That is
Tell
the
us
vibe.
the vibe. I mean, I would first call them and be like, how's it going? What is it that you sell? Do you have a storefront? I need to know all these informations. I'll be like, well, I'm one of the organizers of the Foodies Festival. We're creating this. It's our 3rd edition in Montreal. We're glad to say it's going to take place at the Grand Quai, the Old Port, where there's so many people, different demographic, multicultural. And this is an opportunity for you to connect, to sample, to sell, and
Yeah.
to grow your brand.
Amazing. I'm in.
Mic,
Yeah.
mic drop.
That's
Mic
right.
drop.
Amazing.
Bam.
Yeah, love it, love it, love it. Is there going to be entertainment as well at the festival?
Yes, Shant is in charge of that.
Oh, yes.
Put you on
Shant,
the spot
please.
now.
Tell us about the entertainment.
We're there's no in charge. We're both working on everything together.
Yes, of
So
course.
so the previous years we had singers come in.
Okay.
We had
Ooh, that's
Tam
cool.
Tam. One of my
Oh.
good friends is Marco, Mr. Tam Tam, and we had brought him the first year. So it was very loud. It was good. People was vibing with the rhythm. But what happened is we got some feedback that it was a bit too loud,
Okay.
where the vendors may have felt that they're not able to sell.
Right.
But a lot
having
of people
come-
still enjoyed
They
it.
loved it. They
It's
loved
just
it.
the hall was a bit smaller.
Okay.
So now we're considering what kind of entertainment are we bringing? Are we bringing singers? Are we getting a dance group? Not, and all the details have not been finalized yet.
Right.
If you need
Okay.
singers, we have a lot of these here. We have like 6 recording
And,
studios.
and by the
We
way,
have a lot of
Katya is the
artists.
singer, an amazing singer.
Katya, you're a singer.
Amazing.
Yes, I am.
Katya?
Oh my
Amazing.
God. Look at that.
She's amazing.
Katya.
What kind
Can
of
we hear
genre?
something?
What kind of genre?
Yeah,
Yeah, put her on the spot.
I'm gonna.
Can we hear something on
Well,
the
yeah.
podcast?
Hold on.
usually
Do I have
I do
something
like
here?
Afro pop, but lately I've been asked like to do a few projects like pop kind of music. So I've been
Nice.
doing a bit of pop,
That's
but
the best. It's commercial.
I could do any
Yeah, she
any
could do
kind
anything.
of music.
She
I
could
love
rap,
that.
hip hop, whatever. Yeah,
But
the
I was
Afrobeats.
proposing the artists that come here.
Yes,
right?
but I'm proposing you because I'm a big fan. No, she's
So
like,
what you guys like
hidden
have a
treasure.
stage?
So we had a bigger stage, and actually yesterday we had a meeting with the EV company,
Empire Events.
Empire Events.
Oh, of
It's
course,
also one of
yeah.
our sponsors.
Oh,
Basso.
cool.
Amazing.
He's a great friend of mine. He actually, I met him when he did my wedding 20 years ago. He did all the entertainment at my wedding, and so from there we've done a partnership with him, and so. What was the question about the
The
entertainment?
entertainment.
Yeah.
What kind
Yeah,
of
just tell us
entertainment?
what kind of entertainment
Yeah, what kind
is
of
happening at the
entertainment? Like
festival.
singer, there was
you
a
were-
stage.
But yeah. Oh, sorry, the stage. That's
Yes.
what it was.
You
Yeah,
asked about
because
the
I'm
stage.
like the stage. That's what, so we had a bigger stage last year,
Okay.
and so this year we're thinking about maybe bringing a smaller stage.
Okay.
And we had live chef demonstrations on
Oh,
stage.
that's
Ooh,
This
that's
year we're gonna
cool.
do it on the side. Yeah, exactly, and have the entertainment on
That's
the stage.
super cool though. The stage with the chefs.
Live
I
chefs.
love
Actually,
that
we do
idea.
have a Quebec representation. Chef Sandra was on MasterChef.
Yeah, she was.
Oh, so
She
she's
even
gonna
has
be
a picture with
present
it.
as
But yeah, she has a picture with MasterChef Sandra. She's very sweet, and
She has her own line also, I believe, of spices. She's going to be there.
have her own
Okay.
booth.
Yes, have her own booth.
Oh, nice.
And we invited her to go on Global with Laura Casella. So
Okay.
that's something that's going to be.
Who's the biggest chef that's been at your festival?
Or
That's
who's
like,
going to be at your festival?
or that's going to be.
Well, we haven't really tackled like big.
Is Ramsey coming? No. I'm kidding.
Oh, Chef
Chef
Ramsay was my favorite.
What's the other one?
Gordon
Gordon
Oliver.
Ramsay.
Oliver.
I like Gordon Ramsay because I watch his Kitchen
Oh my
Nightmares.
God, I like the
Yes.
accent.
What a
yeah,
disaster,
yeah.
you know. But
Definitely cool.
no, we don't have. We
Who's
don't
the
have,
biggest that maybe not big to that extent, but like
It's our third year, right, Katya?
Yeah.
So we haven't really focused on that aspect of it,
Got
even
you.
though that's something that we
Yeah,
will be focusing on.
to put on the
We're a
appearance.
three-man team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it has been very stressful.
This year, it's 3 years. Before, it was just us two.
Yeah, the last 2 years was us, now 3. So we said we need another person.
Yeah.
Of course.
And we had gone to Salon de la Femme,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and we met the director. Her name is Catherine.
Okay.
And so I spoke with her and I said, by the way, Catherine, out of curiosity, how do you manage this big event? How do you do it? Do you have, how many people are on the team? 2, 3? She goes, oh, no, no. She goes, we have a massive marketing team, a massive PR team, logistics, client retention, sales.
You gotta
And
delegate.
she says, well, how do you
It's
guys do
crazy.
it? I'm like, it's just us.
Yeah.
She goes, what? I'm like,
Yeah. I literally tell Shant, I'm like, okay, from 9 to 12, the hat that I'm wearing is the sales.
Right.
Then I take it off and I do social media midday. And I prepare the content. Then I take it off and I do this. He is putting on the accountant because I'm not touching numbers.
Right.
I was in sales. I don't touch numbers.
No, I hear you.
I will ruin the numbers. So he does the invoicing, all the accounting. He also does content. He goes himself and he records himself.
sales. We do it.
Sales
Yeah.
as well.
Yes.
And at the same time, we're operating 2 juice bars.
That's crazy.
So, which is a retail business
Of
in
course.
ourselves. So we know the insides and outs that, restaurants they suffer with or they
Yeah.
may have as a challenge because we go through it too.
Of course. Yeah.
Staffing is the hardest.
Yeah.
I
Even
can
at the events,
imagine.
because
Huh.
one of the concerns that vendors have is, I'm not sure I have enough resources to man the booth.
Yeah.
So then we go, okay, well, we have a team of people that we can, suggest. You can hire them to man the booth for you. So we've been learning the ropes as we go along with
Yes.
events of this nature, because you need to be able to help them on every angle.
You
every
know the
level.
problems that they're gonna run into already.
Right.
Mhm.
Yes, the obstacles that may come up during the sales process, which are valid. So we learn, we get resources, and we help them in their process and to close the deal.
And our goal with the Foodies Festival is to make it a big staple like the Jazz Fest. That's
I
the
love
goal.
that.
That's the goal. But
Yes,
we know
yes.
it's going to be, we do have our challenges, guys.
Of course.
There's the tariffs that after we signed and we're like, okay, we're in, then they dropped the tariffs on us. Some
Right.
people backed out. You have to
course.
replace them. And then, you got the whole voting elections that also took a role. And then inflation, and so it all played a role, and we're like literally walking through the storm, and we're like,
Yeah.
you guys need to walk through the storm as well. Don't stop now.
Don't quit.
Don't
Yeah.
quit.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Unless it's smoking, then you then be a quitter on that.
So you guys definitely work well together. You really mesh well together. And you both
Yes.
complement each other. How would you say that you complement each other working together on this festival?
I'm gonna let Shant compliment me first. then I'll
Okay.
compliment
Depending on what he says.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's right. But complimenting your abilities and, just personas.
I mean, I think that what's missing in me, he has it.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's also very sociable, but he doesn't have that feminine touch.
Right.
I'll tell
You
you-
don't?
I want to tell you guys.
he's
don't have
a
it.
good listener though.
Yeah. That's all you want, right?
Yes, he's a great listener, and I'm a talker, guys.
Right.
But I'm very like creative,
Yeah.
and I'm huge in social. Like I'm a social butterfly. I
Yeah.
love connecting with people. I love food, and I had my own meal prep company before,
Oh.
so I bring all of this with the health food world.
Right.
And in my opinion, Shant has been amazing at, when you have all this creativity, you need someone who's gonna just take it and organize it. It's like you're like, and it's like, okay, now let's take it and plug
He
it
sort
in.
of reels you in.
So he's like,
Yeah.
this is how we're gonna do. This is the game plan, So that's what he does, and then he comes with this background of promotion. By the way, he didn't say, but Marco, Mr. Tam Tam, he helped direct or produce his video clip on YouTube.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yes,
His music video,
Okay.
yeah,
Tam Tam.
with one of our sponsors, Maroney Films, Rick
Of
Maroney.
course.
Yes.
Of course. Yeah.
So
I know
we-
who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maroney, by the way, is the one who also records for the Ritz-Carlton. So all that
He does the
crazy
videos.
videos that it's him.
Wow.
Ricardo Maroney.
Yeah, I remember when I was looking for my daughter's wedding.
Oh,
we
yes.
visited his studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the other question you asked,
Yeah. Okay.
what
You didn't forget.
I want to tell
All right,
you,
thank God.
one
Because
of the,
I did.
one of the most interesting things. I love studying people. I love studying personalities.
Right.
And one of the most intriguing things to watch is a sales process in action. If I go alone to a sales meeting, generally you can't make it from a masculine perspective. You can't make it into as easily into a social
Right.
gathering. Whereas with Joudi, with a feminine touch, you go and all of a sudden it's no longer business. Now we're just Now we're just having dinner.
That's right.
Yeah.
If she goes, oh my
He's
God.
using you.
She's like, oh my God, let's, she does these things. Oh my God. And they start talking. And
Right.
so
Oh, I love
she
that.
has a way to change the vibe from
She's
a
your
business,
wingman.
businessy into
Yeah.
social.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
it doesn't matter. I don't think there's any man can quickly do that with a new client. You know, it's gonna be businessy with a man, generally speaking. So that is a massive plus with Joudi, and she's a fantastic closer. I told this to her yesterday.
Aw.
She's an amazing closer.
Apparently.
She has this way to kind
Persuade.
of translate
Yeah.
a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
A sense of urgency to the vendor, and they're like, yes, and they're vibing, and okay, bang, you know. Whereas I'm a lot more passive in my approach, so it's refreshing to have that on board, you know, in the team. And as for me, I try to just, like she said, I try to make sure the graphics in place. I like to organize. I like to manage the project so
course,
it's
yeah.
executed on time.
Yeah.
And I think also one big factor is Shant is a risk taker.
Ooh.
And I don't know
I
if
love
it's
that.
me because I'm a woman or if it's because I'm a Libra. I'm not sure. But I'm always like, yeah, I'll do it, you know, but I need to know that there's a little bit of a safe zone
Yeah.
and then I'll go full force. But to take that step, I needed Shant.
That's why I think you guys complement each other really well.
1,000%. And I
The
can see
yin
it
and the
just,
yang.
Yeah, the yin and the yang, just right. And by the way, taking risks sometimes leads to great success. I mean,
Yes.
I myself am more of a risk taker, so I just don't think about. I just do it.
Just do
And a
it.
lot of times there's success. Yes, there's failures, 1,000%, and we learn from our failures.
Yes.
But yeah, that's my
That's great.
motto. It's just to
And
yeah,
look at
just
you
do it.
now.
And look at me now. All right. Yeah. Turning 68.
Can't
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah.
Cannot believe it.
Yeah.
You're
They
both so
say
beautiful.
success leaves clues. So
I love that.
every successful individual has one thing in common. They've taken risks. And by the way, this
1,000%.
is one of the most important things for me, and I've been thinking a lot about it, is entrepreneurship. It takes faith. There is no guarantee. So if you're filled with fear, there's no room for faith. So you can't take that step. You need to be an extremely faithful person, almost unrealistic. You know, where someone goes, have you looked at this? I don't want to look at it. Actually, I don't care about it. This is what we're doing. If it fails, it fails. I'm not worried. I don't care. There is no fear. It's all faith. We move forward. And if it doesn't work, well, that's one extra way of learning on what not to do.
Yeah.
And so that's my philosophy. And Joudi's always with me on that ride. So
Well, it's obviously leading to success. You've
Mm.
gone from the smaller venue to the larger venue, from having 70 exhibitions to having 150 vendors.
yeah, we're not
We're not there
the
yet.
space accommodates
Oh, okay,
150,
Yes.
but we haven't hit 150.
But instead, what we have is some of the booths actually, because we told them, I want you to invest in your booth. I don't want it to be just a table and you put something on it. I want you to make the booth bigger. So they did take multiple booth spaces by promising us that they're going to make it beautiful. And there are these girls, Sister Vibes, who are going to be doing a tropical vibe. If you like
Wow.
Dubai chocolate, they're doing like the strawberry with the Dubai chocolate, but we also have someone else doing also 2 big or 4 big booths.
It's got to be aesthetically pleasing, and when
Yeah.
people come in, they got to go, wow,
Yeah.
this is something. It's breathtaking. I want to. Wow, that's so cool. You know, like when you go to Times Square, there's the M&M store.
Yes.
So that's exactly what we told the vendors. We said, this is something that you want to wow them, so that when influencers come, you don't even need to ask them to do it. They're going to do it on their own. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is
They're
so
going to want to
amazing."
shoot
Yeah.
with
That's
that in the
it.
background.
Exactly. So that was the thought process behind giving bigger booths,
Yeah.
aesthetically pleasing decor, and obviously the product's got to be good.
Because it
Yes.
gives them great content also.
It does.
Yes.
It does.
1,000%.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
I'm super excited to go. How about
I
you,
know, I'm
Katia?
hungry.
She's hungry, and I just want to go and see everything. That's very, very exciting. So, dates. We've already spoke about the venue, but let's go over it, and price of tickets, etc. So tell us.
Amazing. So the dates are May 31st,
Okay.
Saturday, May 31st, and Sunday, June 1st, that weekend.
Oh, great weekend.
It happens to be 2 weekends before the Grand Prix, so no
Right.
excuses. Uh, this Saturday, it's from 11 to 9.
Okay.
And the reason why we wanted it to be that long of a day and that late is because if we're targeting an urban lifestyle, people are walking in Old Montreal for sure after work, and the tourists, they're gonna come. So we want to keep it late at night where they get to discover these local ones.
Yeah.
And then
Because
Sunday,
I've gone to Old Port and said, hey, what am I gonna do? There's not much to do. Let's go to
Yeah,
Old Port and walk
true.
around.
That's true.
So imagine you've got from 5 to 9 people just walking, trying to figure out what they're gonna do. Hey guys, there's a food festival happening.
Yeah.
Is there? How
Super
much is
smart.
it? It's $10. Come on in.
$10.
It's nothing.
What a deal.
What could you get for $10 today?
Nothing.
You can't even get
Nothing,
a
just
coffee.
Starbucks drink.
And so some people have, by the way, we've got some comments on Facebook, and they say, why would I pay to get into food and pay more for food? Well, I understand that, but it's also
an experience.
it's an experience that we're giving you guys. It's an adventure. It's something to do where you're gonna come in and you're gonna connect with new brands. You're gonna discover.
Yeah, but they're taste testing as
Yeah,
well, right?
exactly. You're sampling exactly. So
You're sampling, you're buying things at a great deal, you're getting to discover, and there's going to be entertainment. I mean, I remember going to Dunn's, and whenever they would have this band Shahara, she would come and perform. It's automatically $10 on your bill, and then whatever you order, because it accommodates for the entertainment. So it's kind of like something like that.
yeah.
And then the Sunday, it's from 11 to 6, because we figured people have work the next day. So
True.
a lot of times these are side jobs that they do, and a lot of time it's their main. They have to go back to the restaurants and prep. So May 31st, June 1st, Grand Quay, Old Port, 11 to 9, and then
Foodies
11
Festival.
to 6.
Yeah,
Foodies
amazing.
Festival.
And where can they find you online? How could they purchase tickets?
On our Instagram, they can go to our bio or to
Okay.
our website,
Okay.
And then buy tickets.
lesfoodiesfestival.com to buy tickets. And there's a code.
Yes. And the code is?
The code is? She's like, oh, what's my code?
What's the code?
Esther 10.
Esther 10. Oh, we can do Esther 10.
We
Yes.
can do Esther 10. We can do Vibe 10.
Whatever you prefer.
What's the
Vibe
vibe?
10.
So
Let's
what's the
do
vibe?
vibe
Vibe
10.
10.
Let's do
Maybe
vibe
so what's
10.
the vibe is long, no?
It's
Yeah.
long.
So let's
Yeah,
do vibe.
vibe.
Vibe
I need
10.
6
10.
digits, so Vibe 10 is perfect.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
6 characters.
1, 2.
Yes, 6 characters.
All right,
Vibe
guys, you hear
10.
that? Vibe 10, and they get what, 10% off?
10% off.
It's a deal.
Homer's Donuts is going to be there, just to give you a little bit of who's going to be there. Spice Bros is going to be there. The Paella one's going to be there. Meza Catering.
I always get worried about saying vendor names because there's so many that I
Right.
forget.
True.
And then,
Yeah,
oh, I
these
didn't
are not
mention
like
that.
favorites.
Yeah, we just because these are top of mind, but
Right.
there's so many vendors that are coming. Some of which we haven't tasted their food. Like there's a company, Insta Crispy.
It's
Yes.
so crispy.
Yeah, and so I
What do
haven't
they do?
tasted their food.
Okay.
I believe it's like some kind of chicken.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's Insta?
It's Insta.
I guess it's instant.
Is it
it's
instant?
gram worthy.
Instagram
Or is it
It's
gram worthy? Exactly. I was trying to
Oh, but I did want to mention one thing that's really
Yes,
cool. You don't
okay.
see this at the event. So my really good friend Yasmin just launched her balloon company.
Okay.
So her company is Cloud9.
Oh, I like the name.
That
Balloons,
is so
Cloud9
smart.
balloons. But here's the thing. You remember when they had the Barbie campaign and there was like the box and you go inside and you
Yeah,
Yes.
of course, of course.
So she is getting the Vogue box.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Which is
I'm
like
going in.
7 by
First in
7.
line.
Right away.
And you're gonna go in there, so it's a really
I
different.
saw that trending actually on socials, the Vogue box.
Yes,
Yeah.
so
That's
that's gonna be at the
amazing.
Foodies
Oh,
Festival.
that's so much
and you can
fun.
snap and take pictures. It's gonna be really nice.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna look like a magazine cover. And then your face in it.
Amazing.
So
Super
cool.
excited. First in line.
Yay.
Yay. This has been amazing. I'm super excited to go. Thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
much for being here.
Thank you for
Thank you.
having
You're
us.
amazing and really looking forward to the festival.
You guys are
and-
amazing.
You guys are
Honestly,
amazing.
thank you so
stop,
much.
It's you.
No, it's you.
No, stop.
No, I want to
Stop,
say.
don't stop. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. We really appreciate this. We think that this is something very much needed in Montreal to support everyone of any type
A
of
space
business
like
they
this
wanna
you're
do.
referring to. A
Yes,
space like this. Yes.
Well,
That's
the
our
whole
goal.
idea also behind the podcast was to give shine
Absolutely.
for
Yes.
artists.
Entrepreneurs.
Yes.
I mean,
Anyone who wants to
creatives,
do
yeah.
a podcast, because innately we all want to express ourselves.
yes.
This is an avenue where you can come. You don't need to buy equipment. You don't need to.
Oh, that's the 760 Media. Yes.
The 760
the
Media.
building itself.
Yes.
Yes. We
yes,
have
yeah. You can
3
express
podcast
yourself,
studios.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So people can record here.
Yeah. It's
like their own
how we
songs?
say French clé en main.
Okay.
What?
So you just come record. You can either leave with the full podcast and reels, or some people know how to do it themselves, so they pay less.
Okay,
They just
nice.
rent the room like on their
Do
own.
you guys do snippets? Do you guys if
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
get-
the reels.
Yeah,
The
we do
reels,
the
okay.
reels
Yes,
too. Yeah.
exactly. It comes with the full hour of like edited
Yeah.
podcast with the
Fantastic.
reels.
Yeah.
Some people are a little bit more savvy, a little bit younger, so they know how to do it. They do it themselves.
Sure.
So we
I
have
know how
different
to do it.
packages. We have different. We have
Well,
different
she was talking
packages.
about
Ageism
young.
right,
She was
ageism
saying-
right there. Yeah.
But the
No,
whole
but she was saying
idea
young, so
of
you
the,
are
the
young.
entire building to begin with is a 24/7 operation. People go on our booking site.
Yes.
Yeah.
They book online.
Yeah.
They get access to the building. I don't know if you notice on the keypads, there's like codes. So
Mm-hmm.
they have codes.
Yeah, I saw
If
the
someone's inspired in the middle of the night and they want to come record a song,
Wow.
they just have access to the front door. They have access to the rooms that they have access to, and it's plug and play. The recording studios, you just come with your laptop, you plug it, everything works. The microphone, you just need to press record. Your computer's like on the screen.
So hang on, is that so even for podcast areas or just for the recording? Like let's say
So-
I'm at 3 a.m. I want to do a podcast with Joudi, hypothetically.
So if you want to do like usually the room is set up, but it
3 in the
depends. If you
morning?
want to rent with an engineer, without, there's some people that know how to set up, turn on the cameras and just press record.
I got
Some
you.
people know how to do that.
Yes.
Some people need assistance.
I
So
see.
it really depends on the person. Usually when it's the first time they come here, we always be here and we show them and we explain to them
Yes.
because they can save money that way. If they really insist, like some customers, they're like red carpet. They want like,
They want someone
the
to be
whole the royal treatment.
Yes.
So we'll do it for them. But a lot of people like just once you show them and it's like right away, like young, especially, they're on their phones, like if nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they'll do it on their own.
Okay.
So it depends on the person really.
Okay.
If you want to come at 3 a.m, I'm not sure that there'll be someone to set you up.
But if you know what
But
you're
during the day,
saying, yeah,
yes.
okay, definitely.
If we know in advance, we can always plan also.
Yes.
If we
And
know in
there's an
advance.
event room as well, which
Yeah.
is gorgeous.
Yes,
Yes.
You guys saw when
that's
you
really
came in.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we host
Okay.
about 40 people.
Yeah.
I have a huge projector on the wall. My
Yeah.
bar lights up. I have a stage. People could perform.
Yeah.
They can do like karaoke. I've had birthday parties, 5 cassettes. I've even hosted weddings here,
Film premieres.
film premieres
Okay.
as
And
well.
the location is so great. It's so central in
It is
Montreal.
central.
So
Yeah.
you can get the people from Laval, the West Island,
Exactly.
downtown.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
for
great.
Here, honestly, for a content creator, it's a dream
Yes.
because
It is a
I
dream.
didn't mention also
We
I
have
have
a
a photo shoot
yeah,
studio
studio
upstairs,
upstairs.
with the infinity
Wow.
infinity wall, green screen, gray screen, black screen,
Yeah.
music videos. People could come do headshots for their businesses.
wow.
Yeah.
So
It really
It's-
is.
It's all in one.
When
All
is,
in
is
one.
It,
One stop shop. so to
everybody
speak.
needs
Shop.
content now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
whether it's someone that has a stand in a mall, like a fast food, or in real estate, or any type of business. Like everybody needs to be present now. You always need a face to your business.
Yeah.
This is,
So-
you know what, to your question earlier about like what do you recommend to these businesses? 100%, this is the present and the future.
Yeah.
Her hands
No,
gonna
no,
come to my
no.
face
No,
soon
we
while
agree.
she's
And we're,
talking.
we're seeing it
So-
more and more.
yeah.
where
So
you-
what's cool also is the podcast. Sometimes I'll have artists, and we like our slogan is more than a
Yeah,
podcast.
that's our
Yeah.
podcast. So what's the
So
vibe?
hey
That's-
guys, you know
yes.
what? We're gonna go in the event room now, and we're gonna have a live performance for you guys right now. We did that last week with Nyota,
Yeah,
Wow.
one of the
she's a
singers.
great
She was
up-and-coming
just
R&B hip-hop.
discovered by
Wow.
Yeah,
Timberland.
Yeah.
She did a live
Really?
performance right after we did the podcast. So
yeah, and we did businesses. We've done an artist.
Yeah.
and you guys, we have physicians, estheticians, like all. Our goal is to focus
Absolutely.
on businesses and creatives,
and to give a little
do
bit
you guys,
more.
Do you guys remember back in the day? So to your point and what you were saying, everyone needs content. Back in the day, before pre-social media, there was a TV and TV commercials. So they would do McDonald's commercials,
right?
Tide, and so now the product has shifted to us. We are the product.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now we need the content to stay top of mind. So whoever is doing the most content continues to stay reminding the audience, oh, I'm here. I'm here. Like McDonald's, like Tide back in the day.
People want to see that, and they want to know who you are, and they
Yeah.
want to see your weak side and your
Yeah.
not so planned kind of
That's it.
edited,
Polished, not so
yes,
polished. I
exactly.
always
They want
say-
the raw.
People connect to people before they connect to the brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is
1,000%.
why you gotta be your brand. You gotta be the face of your brand.
Yeah,
Well, basically, people
100%.
have become a brand. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, yes,
what it
that's,
is.
I'm living proof of that.
Yes, you are.
There you go.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No,
And you're
because I
doing
started
great.
off, thank you, as
Yeah.
having an accessory business, and that's how I learned about social media. And then I started going behind the scenes, just things that I do, where I go and buy, and yeah, and then because of COVID, I sort of switched to just doing social media and left that business aside. But yes, that's something I learned. 100%. You are the face of your brand.
Yes,
People want to
you
know
are.
what's going on behind the scenes. It's everything.
I want to add this one thing. If this, it wouldn't be possible without Esther. We met her.
Oh,
We met her at
Don't
at
stop.
at the
At
opening.
Zoel. I'm
At the
Zoel.
opening, what was the restaurant name?
Zoel.
Zoel. Thank you
Zoel.
so
We
much.
also
I keep having memory lapses.
Yeah,
It's
but we
crazy.
also heard about it from
Well, Sharia invited us.
Yes, Sherry.
no
yeah,
760. Didn't we hear about it from Eric?
There were ramblings about 760 prior, but I didn't know.
We've
Yes.
heard. I think I've also
Okay.
seen
Yeah,
Melanie.
yeah.
Melanie, I think Melanie came here and she did also a podcast. My friend Melanie, she's a nurse.
Oh yes,
Yes,
yes, yes,
I-
yes,
I
yes.
was
I saw
telling
her
you about her,
logo because
yeah.
I repost the stuff on
Yes.
socials.
And then we were told the name Esther. So then when we went to Zoel and we were speaking with Sharia, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and then we met Esther through who was the one who introduced us?
Brittany.
Thank you so much. You see how
Yes,
my memory is,
Brittany.
Katya. This is a
right.
problem. I'm telling you, I don't know what's
No, but
going.
you know what it is? I think you have so much
Old
going
age.
on that you only retain the really important stuff. The stuff that's not as important, it just
It's I have because I document things, so it starts
Yeah.
to I'm realizing more and more.
People's names are important.
you need
though.
an external hard drive.
I need
Yeah,
I got to
Yeah,
plug it.
that's right. Plug and play. Yeah, external.
But all this
I
to
hear
say
you.
thank you, Esther, for
Oh my
making this
goodness,
happen.
it's my
I
pleasure.
appreciate
I
it.
was so excited when you guys approached me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great idea.
And
Yeah,
you're
it's
so
pretty
lovely,
cool.
and I love that
Aw.
it's so easy to it was so easy to talk to her.
Yes.
She has this beautiful
She's
aura.
funny too.
Yeah.
Aw, thank
yes,
you.
and I'm like, wow, you have something like age is nothing but a number.
No,
type
age
of-
is not my cage.
Yes, age is not my cage. Sorry, that was who? Aliyah? Is that what I'm
You're asking the wrong guy. I just told you my memories.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know who it's from, but I really like that, and I was like, it's so nice to see that someone who has more experience than you approves of this social media. A lot of times you'll speak to my parents, or they'll be like, oh, don't waste your time with this.
yeah, it's true.
This is like, go get a real job, pay your bills.
Go get a real job. I've heard that one before.
Yeah, and so it's so nice that you were so easy to speak with. You have this
Thank you.
beautiful energy, and
Katya as well. Yeah,
you've
of course.
proved to me that I can do it too.
Absolutely. And
Okay, my turn. No, I'm
Yes.
kidding.
Your turn.
Let's go, Judy.
I will. No, I will.
Let's do this.
Because I believe
We
that
dish out
have
compliments.
To,
It's free. It's free. We are
it's free.
experts at complimenting.
Oh my!
No, but
You have to
everything
be.
you
But it's
usually
gotta
I
be
have
genuine.
to. Usually I have to pay for it. So
no,
It's got to be genuine, though.
That's
I
how
tell
you
her.
close the deal.
Yeah.
but I do really want to say this
Be-
because
sorry, I want to just before you say
Yes.
that, all I want to say is that about the compliment thing. I always say, whenever you meet someone, observe and find a genuine compliment you can give them.
Right.
It's not a fake compliment. Genuine, give it to them, and it's gonna open up doors. You're gonna connect. It's free. We should be good to people. We should be nice to each other.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
So, anyways, that's side note.
That's
Sorry,
true.
Jude, go
yeah,
ahead, go ahead.
no,
Beautiful.
I definitely agree. And like you said, like it doesn't come from I want to like flex, and
Yeah.
it's not. It's we are firm believers that people need to hear this more because we're all going through our own thoughts.
True.
We all have our own challenges, and so I've received a lot, and I'm so grateful to that. But when
It's
you
my pleasure.
he has to. He just has to. But when you see something positive, appreciate it. Appreciate it so that it grows and yours will grow as well. So one of the things that I noticed when the minute I came in here and I saw you, I think I was under the impression you were a bit different, but I didn't know you. I didn't have any portfolio to see or resources. And I think one of the first things I told you was, wow, you're so cool.
Oh, she's so
Because
sweet.
I got the same feeling because you are appreciative of art.
Yes, I am.
And I'm a huge artist. I mean, I used
She
to
used
be
to
a
sing.
singer.
She used to sing.
What?
Oh my God.
She used to sing, and she's
And
pretty
it-
good, by the way. She's pretty good.
And
Honestly,
I went
like-
to art school, John Abbott. And so my mom's a piano artist. And my brother was in a band, heavy metal.
I feel like you need to go back in the studio for some reason.
We'll
Let's
show you.
get
We'll
this.
show you the studios.
Yeah.
So I feel like okay, I get emotional, but I feel like when I came in
No,
here,
right.
I felt a
Napkins.
space of like authenticity and being welcomed, that welcoming warmth.
Yes.
And I haven't felt this in such a long time. And I got you're like the who I've now been doing and everything, you know, you're on there, there's social media, and then you just took me back into this space that I've been missing. And I'll tell you why I miss it. Because after I took the COVID vaccine, I now have this raspy voice and I can no longer sing.
No way, really?
I've never
And I'm
heard
waiting
that.
for speech therapy by the hospitals because I've went a few times because I have the nodules and I can't sing. So
You
I'm
can't sing. You're good.
you know, it'll come.
Yeah.
There's
I'll
a
have
lot
like
of
a-
singers who have raspy voices, and
Yes.
it's
the
very,
best.
very
But
pretty.
I
It
was in
is.
classical training. So I can no longer do soprano. I can't do
Doesn't matter. You
Yeah.
could do pop music. You can do
Yeah.
R&B. You can do soul. There's a lot of
If Britney Spears can,
yeah.
Hey, leave
My,
Britney
my.
alone.
Yeah.
I'm
Can
not
I
saying-
tell you
I'm not
something
saying-
though? Honestly, anybody can sing. There's programs now. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that you're
Auto-tune,
not
yeah.
good, but
Yeah, yeah.
even if you know you have that complexion a little bit with the fine tunings,
Yeah.
you don't even need to worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
who
I'll
knows?
tell you something. So I do my music, I do jewelry, I'm very artsy also.
yeah.
I love creating stuff. When I come here and I do my music, I do it for the therapy.
It's cathartic.
Instead of paying someone
swear.
$100 an hour to listen,
Yeah.
I come
165
here
to 250.
and I get
She's like, I
How do you know?
I leave from
I'm
here
open about
and
it.
the
Yeah, why not?
feeling that it gives me.
yes.
I don't even care if you like it, you don't. I like it, I feel good. And when I leave, the satisfaction that I have is worth. I don't do it to impress others.
Katya,
Absolutely.
I want to share with you why I think that happens, and that not just about singing,
Yeah.
but to create something.
Yeah.
I'm a believer. I believe there is God, and I believe we are trying to attain like that. We are trying to mimic. He created us to be like Him, if I can see even Him. But I'm just saying, be like God
Or
And
her.
s- or if you, whatever works. So but for me, I believe in God, and so we are creators innately. That's why we want to express ourselves. That's why we want to create things. You want to create music. We like to create experiences. People like to build things. So God is a creator. He's a builder, and so we wanna do that too. And when you do, you tap into
The gift.
your soul.
Yeah.
You tap into
Yeah.
your gifts, and it feels so good. So I think that's why it's cathartic, personally, not for you, but for anyone. That's how I feel when I'm creating.
I don't know.
I'm imagining,
It's very
drafting.
interesting. The soul. Remember, I was telling you, like,
Yeah.
when you listen to something
Yeah.
and you connect with it,
Yeah.
it's
touches-
something with
Yeah.
like soul.
Because
connection.
what she said, cage. Our body is a cage.
Yes.
It cages our spirit, our soul. It cages
Yes.
us. So we're limited because of our flesh and our physicality, but we will, in science, in Newton's third law, energy is neither created nor destroyed, but merely transferred.
Right.
So when you die, your energy doesn't, your soul doesn't die. It gets transferred into the afterlife or whatever you believe in. I have my own beliefs, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I discovered in my early 60s acting. And that was an outlet for me and very
Yes,
cathartic.
it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I
you're
just,
creating
and I
moments.
just lose myself in the character or my interpretation of the character. So I
Wow.
get that whole the artistry aspect and creative.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do
so-
graphic design.
Oh.
When I design something, it makes me feel, wow, if it's aesthetically pleasing, it's beautiful. I love it. And before I started doing it for others, I did it for myself. I didn't care if anyone was going to see it.
of
Just
course. That's
So
what it
even
is.
if your voice is a little raspy, it's okay. You can still, if that's what
Yeah.
you want to do, you can still create and keep it for you or your kids one day. Or
Yeah, it's really just for me.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
really just for me because, like you said, it was a form of expression. And so, because I used to be a rep on the road, right? I'm alone in my car.
yeah.
I
Now
gave
she-
myself
now
Don't
she's
let
in my
that.
car.
Don't let that.
performances.
Don't let that block you
in my car
though.
often.
Thank you.
Don't let it block you.
Thank you. It's challenging because they told me don't use it. You're gonna ruin it until we see how we can heal it.
Mm-hmm.
And so even if I were to just speak at a louder tone, see if I speak like right now an hour, in about another hour I'm gonna have no voice at all.
Yeah.
So it's the muscles are very weak. They're not contracting for some reason, and the doctor said it's one of the many symptoms of the vaccine. I mean, I don't want to get into that, but
Yeah.
Long COVID symptoms.
or maybe so
or-
so I feel that I'm a part of me is in a cage,
Yeah.
a
I
form of
understand.
expression. And so just to say that when I saw you, I felt that like welcoming it took me back.
Don't.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it. That's what it is. And I
Aw.
appreciate that you're doing it. I really do. And I appreciate what you do.
I think we should all hug.
It's a big
Aw.
group hug.
Guys, I'm telling you, it gets like this because it's really coming from a real place. And
I get it.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy that you're able to do it, even if I can't.
Yeah.
You know?
I
And
get
I'm
it.
so
You will.
happy that you've achieved what you achieved. And I hope that one day I can.
You will.
Thank you.
You will.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
This has been great. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you
so
guys
much
for
for
coming.
being here.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
being here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, guys. Honestly,
Absolutely.
pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely our pleasure.
Really, really
And thank you, Judy, for
Yeah.
being here as well.
We appreciate your
We appreciate
vibe.
you.
Sean,
There you go.
the only masculine energy.
It's true.
Yeah,
God,
the
damn, you're
alpha.
outnumbered, man.
Big time.
So what's the vibe?